How's everybody doing tonight? Day 3. Really more like day 2 of the Stag Beetle. We didn't really get very far yesterday. I guess we used, what do you think, like 3 pieces? Like here. There must have been something here, right? Is it possible this was just blank? It might have been. It doesn't look like there's anything missing here. No, I feel something. There was something there. I don't remember what. So I guess we used at least 3 pieces. Honestly, I don't remember that. I don't remember using 3 pieces. I remember using the top and bottom of that base. I don't remember. Yeah, we did the plate. We did the top and bottom of the base. Yeah, I think that was blank. I think the C sheet had a huge blank space in the middle. Now I feel like I have to rewind the video and see what happened yesterday. Yeah, it's blank because I'll tell you why I say that. If you look closely here, well, first we need to focus so you even can look closely. Yeah, that's not happening. Alright, let me try this camera. Alright, so you can see a 1 there and a 2 there. We used those pieces yesterday. You see 3. These pieces are both 3. This piece is 5 over here. This piece is 6. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Okay, that makes it seem like piece 4 was here. So what the hell was piece 4? I have no memory of installing piece 4, and we just opened the instruction booklet and we didn't see it. Yeah, there it is, piece 4. What the hell was piece 4? Are we like lost our minds here? Yeah, we did the wing. Oh, this body piece? No. We did the top and bottom of this base. Wait, piece 4 is missing, but there's no 4 here. So that doesn't mean it. Yeah. I don't think there was anything here. I think this C sheet just had a huge open space in the middle. But it is interesting that there's no 4. Oh, there's 4 right there. Why did I think it was 2 3s? Okay, I'm an idiot. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Seat C had a big open space in the middle. Sheet C had a big open space in the middle, which is crazy. Why did they do that? They did it. Can't tell you why. They did it. Alright. Parts list, we might need that. Some like wax paper. I don't know, there's probably some fancy name for this paper. It's not exactly wax paper, but it feels like it, looks like it. Alright. So here's what we built yesterday. Not much really. We screwed this on this ROKR nameplate. There's wiring in the middle of this. The wires were in this base. We pulled them out. We fed them through this top and bottom piece. We put some screws in, and you can see connectors there. And those connectors are actually they're not part. They're attached to the wires. There's a connector at the end, and then we added the bottom piece and the top piece, and we screwed them to the base. So we put batteries in the back. What do you need an on switch for? I'm not sure. I don't think this is the button, but I don't think anything happens until you have something connected. Let's see if we put it in on. I'm putting it in off. I don't know what that on-off button does, but I'll just leave it in off for now. The design here is kind of reminiscent of what we're doing. There's the hard shell. There's the wings. There's a bunch of gears. Yeah. Definitely that artwork kind of matches what we're going to be building. And then there's a bunch of little pieces in here. Some screws fell out of a bag. They're like rattling around. Anyway. I think this is what we built yesterday. Like the last thing we built was this wing. Got some tools in here. Screwdriver. Emery board. Alright, let's get to work. Well, something's missing. Who knows what? Well, there's actually two things missing. Alright. Thankfully the microphone seems to be working. That would have been bad if that was missing. Alright, so the first thing missing is a scoreboard. So let's get the scoreboard on the screen. Alright. There's the scoreboard. I think it's a little bit too far to the left, but I think it's fine as well. Alright, and the other thing missing is the instructions, which it shows page 5. So let's find page 5 in the instructions here. Whoops. Got a little too fancy there. I don't know what makes this become uncooperative. Alright, what page are we up to? 12. Alright. Page we're up to now? 8. Alright, we're looking for page 5. There's page 5. So where did we leave off exactly? I don't think we did anything on page 5. I think this is, let's take a look at page 4. Yeah. So page 4, that's this wing. So I think we're going to do basically just the mirror image of that wing on page 5. So we're going to grab the wings. Yeah. The two wing pieces and stick them together. These are like, all right, bend the 4 fastening points 90 degrees downward with a screwdriver. Yeah, as I recall, these are like really tiny pieces and like difficult to work with, but we're going to get it done. There's the wings. And I see the bag with the pieces we need. That's going to become relevant in a minute. Bag 1. All right. What did I do with the nippers? Here's the nippers. These didn't come with this model. I believe they came with the ROKR 3D pinball, and I just held on to it. They're basically like nail clippers, but they have a slant at the top. Nippers. That's what they are, all right? All right, so we're going to use them to nip out this wing. All right, so I guess let's increase the piece counter by 2 because we're going to put on the top and bottom sections of the wing. We're going to use the black side up. But for nipping it out, I'm going to look at the gray side. It's just easier to see. So there's 4 like triangles. That's where we're going to nip. There's also 4 squares, but do not nip the 4 square pieces. That's what's going to connect the 2 wings together. So I'm just clipping the nips right now. Nipping the clips. I'm nipping the triangles. Okay. Nipping the triangles right now. It's a very tiny space. Tough to get it perfect, but I think I got it. Not perfect. It's still holding on there. Let's try again. Wow, it's definitely a rough edge now. This is done. Throw that out. Throw this out. I guess I could fold these 4 pieces down here. So there's like square pieces here. And the idea is to fold them to 90 degrees. So it's to use the screwdriver. I don't know if they mean to use the front or the back. Anyway, that's it. We folded that one down. 1 down, 3 to go. 3 of these little rectangles. Got to get them all 90 degrees so that they fit into the other half of the wing. All right, the first 2 were easy. They stuck out. The second 2, they're like in these little cul-de-sacs or whatever you want to call them. So I'm going to need the skinny part. I folded down the side instead of the pin because metal is malleable. So I folded the wrong thing at first, which is going to make it tougher. I got to fold it back or the wing is not going to attach. It's going to like prevent it from attaching. All right, one more. Let's try not to mess this last one up. I know it's very hard to see. It's so tiny. I mean, believe me, it's not any easier for me to see. Anyway, let's see if we can get that folded down. Fold it down 90 degrees. That's the plan there. Got it. All right, so we got the 4 rectangles folded down. I don't know if they're exactly 90 degrees, but really all they need to do is pass through these 4 slits, and then we're going to completely fold them to 180. So it's not really a big deal if they're not perfectly 90. What is going to be a big deal is getting this facing the right direction when we attach the 2. But before we attach them, we got to nip it out. So again, 4 triangles. We nip the tips of the triangles to get this wing section out. All right. Time to nip. 1. You can hear that. That was a satisfying sound. 2. Yeah. A little bit thicker metal on the silver section. Frankly, makes it easier to work with. And the 4th and final. There we go. We got the wing out. This is garbage. Actually, it might be 2 types of recycle, metal and plastic. For now, I'm just going to put it all in the waste bin. I'll figure out tomorrow how to recycle it. All right, now we have to get this going the right direction, especially with the gray one, because it's like it looks the same from either direction. What you can see on this gray piece is where the black piece is going to attach. Look, 1 slit, 2 slit, 3 slit. Honestly, I don't know where the 4th slit is, but you can see 3 of the slits. Is that the 4th one right there? Yeah, that's the 4th one. Okay, yeah, because the black piece is not as big as the gray. So let me just show you here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the 4 slits where we're going to attach this black piece. But let's get the orientation right. Like this, it goes for the gray piece. The longer edge on the bottom, that wasn't nipped perfect. All right, I got to nip that piece, but now I need to hold it over the garbage so that that piece doesn't go, into the board and stab me tomorrow. So this is going to go off camera for a minute. I need to nip that direct into the garbage. Actually, there's not enough light down here. Alright, I gotta line it up first. Put it over the garbage second. Not sure if I'm making it better or worse. Well, that was a huge mistake. I cleaned off the piece, but I damaged the metal. So, if you're in the same boat, you might want to consider just living with the little extra bit of metal. Because I damaged the wing getting it off. Kind of bent it. Maybe I could bend it back. Yeah. Well, now it looks bad. It feels good, but it still looks bad. So it is what it is. All right, let's get the black piece on. All right, so the long edge at the bottom. And the black, we're going to put obviously... Oh, no. We folded the tabs the wrong direction. We're supposed to fold them away from the black. We folded them towards the black. I got to redo all 4 of these. I don't think it's going to cause a problem. I don't think they're going to break, but all 4 of them need to be redone. Fold away from the black. First piece of the night. Most likely one to mess up on. Takes a minute to warm up. It's like an NBA game. No one's shooting 100% in the first quarter. That's more of a fourth quarter thing. Okay. 2 down, 2 to go. Speaking of basketball, the college basketball season is starting up. I don't know. I guess everyone makes their own schedule, but I don't know if some teams have already started. There's definitely teams starting tomorrow. Okay. Let's fold this last piece down. Honestly, I can't even see this last piece. It's operating by feel. Weird thing is I remember seeing it. Oh, it's easier to see from the silver direction. The black direction is like it doesn't reflect any light. Alright, so now I've got the tabs going down, which is the way they were always supposed to be. I screwed them up. Now, let's see if we can line them up. I definitely got these 2 through. I think I got them all in there. Now I got to flip it over. I got to flatten these things. Kind of like how a staple goes through paper. On the other side, it like folds in. That's exactly what these things do. Be careful though, because they're so skinny and metal that you can like rip your fingers open on them. So be careful there. Don't do that. Trying to fold all these little tiny pins over. Make them safer and make the attachment more secure of the black half of the wing attaching to the silver half. I don't think this one went through. Try to wiggle that through. Still not through. Maybe it wasn't folded far enough on this side. Wow, yeah, I think this one was the one we had trouble folding. So, gotta try and get that in there. Trying to use my fingernail at this moment. Too late for the screwdriver. Maybe slide it back a little, angle it down. At some point, I'm just gonna not worry about it. Let's hope for the best. All right. Yeah, it's still not through. Huh. All right. You see, I'm really getting in there trying to fix this thing, but it's not happening. All right, I got it. And it's through. Now we just gotta fold it. I know it's so tiny that you probably don't even believe that I got it through, but you see, it always stops at the same point. It's catching on the little staple there. When I fold it over, you'll probably see it seem to take up more space. See that? Now it's folded over. You can see them all folded over. Now this one's out. I think that one's not as critical as the other three. I don't know how it ended up out, but I'll try to get it back in. Yeah, that thing is... I don't know how... It's like folded the wrong direction now. What happened? Yeah. Definitely out. I'm worried that if I work on getting this in, I'll lose one of the other three. Yeah, I feel like this one's not as important as the other three. Like, I'd rather lose this one than anything else. But I got it. It's through. I feel it on the other end, and when I fold it, you'll see it. Once I fold it, you'll be able to see it. It'll seem longer. There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one looks like it's slipped back out a little, but it is through. I'm going to say it's good enough. So that's what the wing looks like. I damaged it a little here. Oh well. Does this even look right? Does it look like symmetric with the other one, like mirror image? Yeah, I guess that looks right. All right. So we attached the two wing sections together. All right. Now you remember this from last night, right? P5, 6, 7, and 8. These are like the world's smallest pieces. It's going to be not easy to do because of that. But we'll get it done. So it goes screw, black washer, wing section, transparent washer, Christmas ornament connector, and then nut. That's how it goes. So Christmas ornament connector piece is P8. So let's try to match how this one's done. All right. To match this one. Does that look right? Yeah. Yeah, that's it. So that's that piece there. That's P8. P5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So we're going to be up to 30 pieces after we put that together. Look at these tiny, tiny pieces. That's what we're working with here. So P5, is this little world's tiniest screw. P6 is a black washer. If I can get one. At the bottom is both the black washer and the black nut. I want to just grab them both at once. Alright, they're on my finger. Let's see if I can get my finger out. Holding them. Is this just 3 black washers? Alright. Black washer. Clear washer. And there's the black nut. And I don't know if you can see this, but there's 2 clear washers and a black washer in my hand right now. You can't see the clear washer. I see that on camera you can't see it. I don't know if this camera will see it a little better. You can see it now. There's two clear washers there. You see what we're dealing with here? It's like so tiny. I don't know how to even get it back in the bag. Well, I'm just going to try to pour it in. I think I got it. I think I got all 3 back in the bag. And I was going to keep an eye on it if anything didn't slide or if it bounced out. So now we've got to work with these pieces. And they're so tiny. There's the screw, black washer, Christmas tree ornament, white transparent washer, and nut. And by the way, the bolt is stuck to my... it's stuck to the end of the screwdriver. This is so insane. Alright, so let's start with the bolt on the end. And then we got to stack the black washer on top of that. I just dropped the black washer onto the black surface. And now I can't see it. There it is. Alright, let's line it up and then flip it over. Dropped it again. What am I doing? I dropped it a 3rd time. Alright, let's line it up. And then flip it over. Alright, I had it. It threaded, and then I dropped the whole thing. But it is threaded now. So, I don't know if you can see it, but the black washer is on the screw. You see that? It's so tiny. I'm not used to working with this type of size. Alright. Time to put the wing section on. There's a hole for that. Get it lined up. That's on. Alright. Now, for the washer. There's the nut. Clear washer next. I can't see. I can't see what I'm doing. Let's try the needle nose pliers. That's the clippers. Needle nose pliers. Get under there. Nope. Madon. Thought I had it. Okay, try again. Attempt number 2. I'm going to try to line it up and then try to wiggle it on with my fingers. I think it's on. It's on. It's on, baby. Now, for the nut, do we go needle nose or do we twist it on with our fingers? Let's do needle nose to the top and then twist on with the fingers. It's in there. I don't have any hands free to switch cameras. You're just gonna kind of have to take my word for it. All right, you see it, right? That's there. trying to get it on, and I might have succeeded. I remember yesterday we got it on the first try. I guess this nut is easier than it looks. If we 2 nights in a row got it on the first attempt. Wait a minute. We didn't put the Christmas tree ornament on. That goes on before the nut. Okay. Well, we got to take the nut off, which is a shame because we had it on. We had it on several twists. I had to twist it like 3 times to get it off. All right. Let's try to do this. The Christmas tree ornament. Okay. Now it's time for the nut. No. We need the needle nose. I cannot, there's no way I can guide that free-handed. I think I dropped it. What's worse, I think it landed on the floor. Yeah. We're going to need another one. Honestly can't see. I'm going to bring it up to the camera to get some intel. Yeah, it's gone. Pretty sure I heard it hit the floor too. I see something on the floor. But it's not it. It's such a tiny piece. Oh, it's still on the wing. Oh my goodness. The sound I heard was it landing on the wing. Do you see that? It's sitting on the wing. Wow. All right, let's try this again. I was thinking, how did it hit? Well, that one flew off camera, but I got it. All right. I'm going to do it up here, so if it falls again, it stays on the table. All right, let's try to get a good twist on here. Go in with the fingers. I get it. It's a very tiny piece. It's not, I can't really operate it with my fingers, but I can get a feel for whether it's going on or not, which I can't get through the needle nose pliers. Probably a better, more skilled person can. Is that on? No, I think it's sitting next to it, and it's not on at all. I don't know what the hell I was doing. It wasn't even in the right location. All right. I just dropped off both pieces. The Christmas tree ornament and the nut. And I don't see where the nut went. There's the nut. I don't know how, I don't know if you can see that, but it's there. All right, let's get the Christmas tree piece on again. I wonder if I've knocked off the clear washer in the process of doing this. All right. I'm going to try to do this. No. I'm tempted to do it looking at the camera rather than directly at it, but I feel like if I do that, just the way to do that, it's so far from the table that if I drop the piece, it's going to bounce onto the floor and I'm not going to be able to find it. So we're going to try the needle nose again. It worked the very first time, both yesterday and today, but then it didn't work when it actually counted. All right. All right, I got it on via pressure. I need a couple of twists for it to stay on. I think I got a couple. Oh, no. Wait, maybe. Yeah, it's on. It might have fallen off the screwdriver, but it's still together. Wow, that was good. I'll bring it up to the camera in a minute just to prove that it's actually on. All right, I think in order to tighten it, I need the screwdriver in there. All right, it's somewhat tight. I'm going to bring it up to the camera for the non-believers. Okay, you see the nut on there? There's the nut. I mean, I did it totally blind by feel. I mean, I cannot see these pieces. And you might think that you can't see them. I assure you, I cannot see them either. I just did them by feel. All right, well, so we put this piece on upside down. I think we did the same thing yesterday. So we're going to have to take it off, redo it. For some reason, you gain a little more confidence when you're taking it off and redoing it. You feel like you did it once. You can do it again. I'm not sure how true that logic is, but it feels that way. All right, so yeah. The hook should point away from the black side. I had it pointing towards the black side. That was incorrect. We're going to fix it. You need one good twist before you can let go. And we did not get one good twist. Probably just heard the piece hit the table. I did. I heard it hit the table. All right, did that go? Nope, did not. There it is again. Let's get the screwdriver on this end. At least so that when we spin it, we know that the screw isn't going to spin. Give it a little resistance. Wow. It's like 38 minutes have passed and we've gotten absolutely nothing done. I don't know how I'm gonna this video, I'm gonna have to edit it at some point. Not the live stream, I'll leave it there for people to fall asleep, but for an actual instructional video on this puzzle, I have to make probably an edit and a narration. Edit down to just the moment when the piece actually goes on. Edit those all together and then narrate them. Because it's like I never know when this is going to go on. So I don't know. The talking could be all misaligned. I dropped the nut again. Probably should have used the technique of holding it on with the needle nose pliers until we get a couple of turns. Did it land on the wing again? How come I can't see it? I don't see it on the table. Don't feel it either. It must still be on. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's on. It doesn't feel like it's on. Let's see if we can get a couple of twists. It might just be sitting there, but not actually be on. Let me try holding it and turning the screwdriver. It's on. I think it's on anyway. Yeah. Yeah, finally. Finally. 38 minutes to put a fucking nut on it. Sorry. 38 minutes to put a nut onto a bolt. Anyway, we did it. We put a nut on a bolt. Aren't we heroes? Alright. Do these things symmetric yet? Okay, they're good now. I can't believe 2 days in a row we put that on backwards. Oh, man. Push the wing lightly to ensure it does not come loose easily. I don't remember which one's the new one, so I'll just test them both. They didn't come apart, so I guess they're good there. One of those wings we did today, one we did yesterday. Which one was which? I couldn't tell you. Alright, what do they want here? Before assembly, align the hexagon. No, align the steel shaft with the hexagon hole. Why do we need to do that? They haven't told us, like, did we skip something? When are we doing this hexagon? This is crazy. What's going on here? Fix nut with the hexagon wrench to tighten. Is this a hexagon wrench? I thought it was a screwdriver. Is that a hexagon? No, that's a screwdriver. What the hell are they talking about? Hexagon wrench? Have we had a hexagon wrench the whole time and we weren't using it? Well, I'll tell you, the screwdriver worked fine. Alright, this bag is marked tools. There is a wrench there. Oh, okay, I understand. Alright, so this is the hexagon wrench. Remember when we were like pinching the nut with the needle nose pliers and then spinning the screwdriver? You could, if you don't have needle nose pliers, or if you just prefer, you can use this wrench to hold the nut in place. So we were supposed to do that. You know why the needle nose pliers was good for me? Because I could put it on top, put a couple of twists, then hold it and spin the screwdriver. It worked for me, but I guess there's other ways to do it. Alright, so before assembly, align the steel shaft with the hexagon hole. Measure the length to check if insert the steel shaft to the right. Okay, place the steel shaft on a flat ground or a table, then press down to the right position. I don't understand what they're pressing down. Like, what is that piece? C3. Okay. We're starting a new construction here. And the pieces we need are P20 and C3. Okay, so it's just new construction. We're just, so 2 pieces, 32 pieces. All right. I dropped a bunch of screws out of the box. All right, so, is this the steel shaft? That's a different piece, right? Something in bag 4. Where's bag 4? That's bag 1. 2, 3, 5. Is this bag 4? It is. So I guess this is the steel shaft, right? Measure the length to check. Okay. P20. How big is P20? Let's see here. All right, P20 is 40 millimeters. It's the biggest one. I mean, the others are like 16, 10, 13. So it's 40. So it's the biggest one. I'm not going to measure 40 millimeters. This is obviously the biggest one. So we're just going to grab this piece. The biggest one in bag 4. There might be other ones in other bags, but anyway. So there's one piece, and then we need C3, which I think we need to, again, to nip it out. So here's the C sheet, if you can call it a sheet. And there's piece 3. So we got to nip that out. All right. It's sometimes tricky as to what's part of the piece and what's part of the holding it in place. And then once you get it out, then I feel like you should sand it with the emery board, but I don't feel any rough spots for some reason. Yeah, there's nothing to sand. I don't know how, what was it, like nipped perfectly? All right, so I think you can put it in either side or both sides a hexagon. Align the steel shaft with the hexagon hole. All right, this side is definitely a hexagon hole. Is the other side too? I'm pretty sure they both are. All right, it probably goes in one end and out the other, I would guess. The steel, is the shaft also a hexagon? All right, so they want us to put this on the ground and slide this on. It's through the bottom. Well, we got to get it, I think, also through the top. Are we? Place the steel shaft on hard flat ground or a table, then press down to the right position. All right. I don't think it goes through. I think it stops here. If you look at this closely, look at this piece closely. There's like no, it doesn't come out the other end. It just goes in as far as it goes, but it doesn't come out the other end. And it's I think the piece is the same either direction. I don't think there's a wrong way to do it. All right, so we probably did that. That's done. There's a little QC picture. Now, it's time to go to page 6. All right, what are we doing here? Just assembling everything. Before assembly, confirm the screws of the 2 wings are tightened. Well, we just did that. Please ensure the left and right wings are positioned correctly. All right, let's double check that they're tight. Maybe we'll even use that wrench that they told us about. Let's grab the wrench, right? And then we're going to attach them to this pole or whatever you want to call it. All right, so I'm grabbing the wrench. What the hell is wrong with camera 2? Why does it look insane tonight? All right, I'm not feeling camera 2 tonight. Let's go back to camera 1. By the way, we didn't use camera 3 at all tonight. Maybe it's a good time to use that. Alright, so yeah, this side has the nut. So hold on to the nut and then turn the screwdriver. Yeah, that's pretty tight. That is definitely tight. Slide the nut, hex nut, into the hex wrench. Once it's locked in, insert the screwdriver and twist a few times. It came out. Come on. Keeps slipping out. All right, I think that's pretty tight. There's tabs on the end here. I'm not sure what those are for. Apparently we're not up to that yet. So what we're supposed to do now is take this like steel shaft or whatever they call it. And if you look closely, there's like a separator in the middle. So like one of these wing half goes on one side and one goes on the other side. The long side should go to the front if this is the front, if the front of this thing is the front. So I don't know if it matters which one you put in front and which one you put in back. I'm matching what they did in the instructions. I don't know if it matters. It's so far not going on. I don't know, is there like a trick to getting this on? Do I need to like twist it on? I don't want to break it, that's for sure. That looks like it should go right on. Let me try pushing it from the back, because I don't see the problem. Oh, I have an idea. Alright, line it up, support it from the back, and then pull it on with the needle nose pliers. You think that'll work? Nope. Didn't happen. Try again. There may be something. Oh, I just stabbed myself. Let's see how badly that was. Yeah. So basically I pulled it on. I don't think it broke the skin. And when I pulled it on, it like, I had my finger lined up on the other side and it basically stabbed in. Yeah, no blood. Alright, get the long sides going the same direction. Try not to stab myself this time. It like made a dent at first. I thought for sure it was like a stab wound, but it like popped back out a minute later. Alright, so I'm trying to get it on the bottom. Now, how can I do this without stabbing myself? There we go. So that's on now. We got the wings on. Not really sure here where we're going with this, but they're on. The wings are on. I guess like this, the black side up. Put it down like that. Alright. Ooh, motor. Okay. What are we going to do with this motor here? Please ensure left and right wings are positioned correctly. Before assembly, confirm the screws of the wings are tight. We already did that. I mean, oh, okay, we already did that. Yeah. Okay. Please ensure the left and right wings are positioned correctly. Motor. Okay. In bag 2, piece P10, it's a motor. We're going to connect it. That's the 33rd piece. So, what is that? Bag 2? Alright, let's find the motor. Which piece is the motor? I think that's the motor. So there's the motor. We're actually going to connect the motor itself so it has a hex sort of shape to it. Same as those other like pieces that we were working on, like the steel shafts we put in at the other end. It's hard to see. You just have to kind of take my word for it. All right. So the motor is going to go in the front end of this. It's not going. Oh, there we go. Ooh, it like spins. How's this working? Oh, it's spinning the whole thing. Okay, it's not really working. It's not working yet anyway. Just kind of fooled myself into thinking that was already working. QC, done. Page 6, done. Page 7 tomorrow. I'm John Rapp. This is Just Rest Your Eyes. Good night and see you tomorrow.